The wide receiver position is one of the most exciting in football. When these guys are on, they're on. Today we're diving into the 10 greatest single game performances by a wide receiver in NFL history. Not just the stat monsters, but the moments where they flat out took over a game. These aren't just great games, they're legendary showcases of dominance, speed, and skill. Amari Cooper, December 9th, 2018 versus the Eagles. When Amari Cooper joined the Cowboys mid-season in 2018, some questioned whether he was worth the trade in the first place. On a Sunday afternoon versus the Eagles, he answered loud and clear. He was definitely worth it. Cooper got 10 passes for 217 yards and 3 touchdowns, including the game winner in overtime. He was unguardable that day. Philly tried man, zone, press, nothing worked. It wasn't just a breakout game, it was a legacy game for Amari Cooper. Jamar Chase, January 2nd, 2022 versus the Chiefs. You want domination? This is domination. Rookie wideout Jamar Chase didn't just beat the Chiefs, he embarrassed them. With 266 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had more receiving yards than Patrick Mahomes had passing. He put together the most receiving yards by a rookie in a single game in NFL history. Every time the Bengals needed a big play, Chase delivered. He burned corners, broke tackles, and outran everyone like he was playing Madden on rookie mode. That game launched him into stardom and helped Cincy clinch the AFC North. Andre Johnson, November 18, 2012 versus the Jaguars. In 2012, Andre Johnson went off against the Jaguars for 273 yards, putting together the 9th most receiving yards in a single game. This game ended with a 48-yard walk-off touchdown in overtime by Johnson, perfectly summing up a day where Johnson was just bigger, stronger, and better than everyone who was trying to cover him. Terrell Owens, December 17, 2000 versus the Bears. T.O. put up 20 catches in one game that day. He put on a show in 2000, setting the single game record for receptions at the time. It was a physical domination, slants, comebacks, go routes. He did it all that day against the Chicago secondary. They couldn't breathe. Julio Jones, October 2nd, 2016 versus the Panthers. Julio Jones joined the 300 club in 2016, exploding on the defending NFC champs with the infamous mossing Luke Kuechly play. His speed, size, and footwork left Carolina defenders in the dust. Whether it was contested or wide open, Jones owned the day and owned the Panthers. Calvin Johnson versus the Cowboys, October 27, 2013. When Megatron went off, you couldn't stop it. You just hoped to contain it. And the Cowboys that day couldn't do either. Johnson racked up 329 yards, nearly breaking the all-time record. It didn't matter if it was single, double, triple coverage. He was coming down with it. This was peak Calvin, a real-life cheat code. This is one of my personal favorite performances of all time. Brandon Marshall, December 13, 2009 versus the Colts. The NFL single-game reception record still belongs to Brandon Marshall, with 21 catches in a single game against the Colts. It wasn't a flashy stat line, but it was relentless. Marshall caught slants, screens, digs, posts all day. A true possession machine who simply couldn't be taken away. Jimmy Smith, September 10th, 2000 versus the Ravens. Here's the wild part about this performance. This game came against the 2000 Ravens, arguably the best defense in NFL history. Jimmy Smith hung 291 yards and 3 touchdowns on an elite unit that only allowed 10 passing touchdowns all season. It was surgical by Jimmy Smith. Smith looked like he was playing 7-on-7 while Baltimore was in the mud. Jerry Rice, October 14, 1990 versus the Falcons. Jerry the GOAT Rice had 5 touchdowns this game against Atlanta in 1990. It was the day he reminded everyone why he's the GOAT. Rice's timing, hands, and route running were all flawless that afternoon. It wasn't just flashy, just unstoppable. Defenses knew it was coming and they just couldn't stop it. Number 1, Flipper Anderson, November 26, 1989 versus the Saints. This record might never be touched. 336 yards in a single game. Still the all-time record. And Flipper Anderson did it quietly. Most of that yardage came after halftime, including in overtime. It was just that kind of game that forces rule changes. It was unreal. From game-winning bombs to record-setting catch counts, these games are burned into NFL history. Which receiver do you think had the best game ever? And did I leave someone off this list that deserves to be so? Let me know. Comment down. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.